Hey kiddos, I wanted to do a little video about comparing fractions for you. Alright, so in these two fractions, they both have the same denominator, right? And the denominator tells us how many parts the whole is broken down into, right? These denominators are both 5. And the numerator tells us how many parts that we're going to count. So this fraction is 2/5 and this one is 4/5. They have the same denominator, but they have different numerators, right kiddos? This is how a graphic would look for each one of those to see it visually. 2/5, this is split into 5 parts, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we are counting 2 out of the 5, so 2/5. And this one is 4/5, and it also has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different parts, and we're counting 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4/5. Which one looks like is bigger, right? The 4/5 there's more of, right kiddos? All right. These three also all have the same denominator, which means we're breaking down the whole for each one of those into 8 parts, right? Each of the numerators is different though. This numerator is 3, which means we're only counting 3 out of the 8. This one is 7, which means we're counting 7 out of the 8 parts. And this one is 2, which means we're counting 2 out of the 8. And this is how a visual of it would look. It's broken down into 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All 3 of them are broken down into 8 parts. But we're only counting 3 out of this one, so we have 3 shaded in. 1, 2, 3. So there's our 3/8. This one has 7 shaded in, right? To show our 7/8. And this one has 2 shaded in to show our 2/8. Which one looks like it's bigger? Yep, I would say the 7/8. There's more of it. There's more shaded in, right? And those would be the same when you would do that. You would break this one down into, all of the denominators have 9, and then we would do a visual with 7 shaded in out of the 9, 1 shaded in out of the 9, 6 shaded in out of the 9, and 4 shaded in out of the 9. All right. These have the same numerator, right? Their denominators are different, which means we're going to count 1 out of 3 and 1 out of 4, right? If we're going to break them down. So this one is broken down into 3 parts because the denominator is 3. 1, 2, 3. And this one is broken down into 4 parts because the denominator is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many are we going to shade in each one of those though, kiddos? That is correct. We're going to shade 1 of them in each one of those. Which one appears to be bigger? Because the whole is the same size, but we're counting 1/3 of it over here, and we're counting 1/4 of it over here. Yep, the 1/3 is bigger than the 1/4 because more of it is shaded in. A bigger portion of it is shaded in. All right, kiddos. There's some more examples here for you to see. This one is 2/6, this one is 2/8, and this one is 2/2, or 2/2. So that would be equal to a whole, yeah. Okay, so if we're going to break this down, it would be broken down into how many parts? Yep, it would be broken down into 6 because the denominator is 6, and we're going to count how many? Yep, we would count 2 of those. This one would be broken down into 8, and we're going to also count 2 of those. And this one is broken down into 2, and we're going to count 2 of those. So here's how it would look before anything is shaded in. Right? This one's broken down into 6 parts. This one's broken down into 8 parts. And this one is broken down into 2. Now, if we shade those in, oh, there's 2/6, 2/8, and 2/2, which equals a whole. So this one is the biggest, right? This one would be the second biggest, and this will be the third, because their whole part are all the same size. It's just they have a different part of the fraction piece that they have shaded in. So each of them is denoting a different size, right, kiddos? All right. If you wanted to try and write these ones down and figure them out on your own, you most certainly can. You could send me a picture of it if you wanted to. I'm not requiring that you guys do that. I just thought maybe it'd be fun for you to try it out if you wanted to. And if you don't, that's totally okay too. I just wanted to see, go through a little video with you, see how things were going, see what you guys thought of it. All right, kiddos. Talk to you later.